I'm waiting for Angel Reese to issue the same kind of statement that she said at that press conference about Alyssa Thomas. I'm waiting for the statement that says, I'm a basketball player. I don't want you to go easy on me. I don't expect people to go easy on me. I expect them to play me like a professional basketball player. I'm waiting for that statement. Welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect and sometimes collide. Now, first of all, let me say thank you for all of your support. You may have seen my post that we have reached over 50,000 subscribers here on the Adrienne Ross Show. This morning when I got up, I saw the subscriber count and I'm like, oh, we're on 50,000 watch. And then by the time I looked again, we were over 50,000. Cannot be done without all of you. So thank you so much. And now it's onward and upward to 75,000. Hit that like button every time you get a chance. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because all those things help the algorithm and will continue to grow, because this is where sports and culture connect. And sports are a microcosm of society. We're doing important work right here. Now, I got to pick up on what happened yesterday at the Indiana Fever game against the Chicago Sky. I was live for that game, as you know already if you've watched my other two videos. Now, after the Indiana Fever demolished the Chicago Sky, I was still in the chat, still doing the live stream. People are still chopping it up. And then a member of the channel got on the chat. She had been at the game and she got in the chat. She was telling us how amazing it was. And then I invited her on. And so she was on video and telling us all about it. It was really, really cool. But by then, the rumors started coming out that monkey noises had been made toward Angel Reese. And so obviously I got an opportunity to speak to someone who was in the building. So she addressed that and she said, absolutely not, that there was booing. And after the situation, the Angel Reese throwing the tantrum situation, that she would be booed when she touched the ball. And that was it. Now today, apparently there's this YouTuber who uses this sound regularly. This kind of high-pitched, funny sound, and so supposedly that was heard at the arena. But I spoke to, like I said, the member of the channel who was there, someone else I know who was there, and said booing, but no, didn't hear that. Here's the thing: the WNBA has decided that the league will police all kinds of stuff in the arena, on social media. And so now we have an investigation. Long season if this team lives up to the potential. This team, I mean the Fever. Because I know, you know, if you're honest, that people don't want Caitlin Clark to succeed. There are people out there who have created narratives. There are people out there who have race baited. There are people out there who want to totally see her fail. People out there who can't stand that she's got a competent front office, a competent coaching staff, competent players. And so to lose to the Fever, because they feel like they lost, to lose to the Fever in this game by 35 points, it is just like salt poured in a wound. I wasn't there. I don't know. What I do know is that in this day and age, if people were yelling out racist things and people were making monkey sounds, I have a hard time believing that it wouldn't be out there already. There are things that get out there like that, and you're like, how in the world did that get out already to the public? That's the age we're living in. Now, the WNBA has said, no hate, and we're going to be investigating these things, and no racism and no homophobic stuff, and no, whatever you can come up with. And they've determined that they're going to do this. So now what happens is you get somebody who said this happens. There's no evidence whatsoever, but it continues this whole narrative about the Indiana fever. And that's what people out there want to do. They want to continue to make Indiana out to be these racist people. Mind you, these fans are fans who are cheering loud for Michaela Timpson and cheering loud for Aaliyah Boston and cheering loud for Kelsey Mitchell. And can I go on and on? DeWanna Bonner and Howard and whoever. But somehow they're doing monkey sounds that nobody's got any evidence that I know that there were those noises that were specifically racist noises directed at Angel Reese. Booing, I heard booing. But in this day of technology and social media, there's nothing clear to say that. The WNBA has stepped in it because it's going to have to continue. If it works one time, throw an allegation out there. Now we got an investigation. Now we got to issue a statement. Now we got to do all this. So then this thing can continue because that narrative is one that people want to see pushed. We even have it from people who partly own teams in this league. They not like us, and why can't we put everybody's picture on the magazine? And I'm scared to go to Indiana, and this whole thing. What I have seen with my own eyes and heard other people talking about with my own ears, there's a lot of stuff out in the social media cesspool directing racist comments toward DeWanna Bonner, toward Breonna Turner, toward other people, maybe celebrities or whomever, who said, Angel Reese overreacted in the situation where Caitlin Clark fouled her. They're calling them coons. They're calling them all kinds of nasty. I'm talking about black people going at black people. Is AI off on Sundays? Where's that investigation? Because that's what I've seen. That's not some random thing out there. That's what I've seen. And from what we heard, they've got some kind of ability through AI to make all this stuff stop. Well, why should DeWanna Bonner, why should Natasha Howard, why should Breonna Turner, why should any of those players be subject to racist comments from even other black people? It's not from the race idolaters. If we're not accepting racism of any sort, then let's deal with the one that's obvious and blatant. But this is the agenda. This is what's going to be pushed. And this is going to make a long season. I listen, I did a video a few weeks ago, survival guide for the 2025 season. I've already had somebody say I had to pull it out again, had to listen to it again, watch it again, because I need it again. I even thought about it. I need to do it again because I said that people are going to try to make this as difficult as possible. It's supposed to be about basketball. New season, same old mess because Caitlin Clark is there to play basketball. Yes, she fouled somebody. That's what happens in basketball. She talked about what kind of foul it was and why it was and all that stuff. I covered that yesterday. You can go back and look at it. If you know anything about basketball, you understand how that goes. But the WNBA, with these allegations after Chicago got spanked, which happens, after Caitlin Clark had the third triple-double of her career, after DeWanna Bonner moved into number 3 in all-time scoring in the WNBA, people all over social media, just all kinds of nasty, nasty, despicable stuff. I don't know how you guys hang out on that stuff. It's gross. So the WNBA's statement, according to Annie Constable's X page. This was released today, May 18th. It says the following is a statement from the WNBA regarding yesterday's game in Indianapolis. The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or in society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter. Where are they looking? Are they looking to people who have an agenda? Where are they looking? I'm just curious. Where are they looking? And they're going to do this for every allegation. This whole thing shouldn't even happen. This is a league where people are constantly telling us about the physicality and that Caitlin Clark wouldn't be able to handle it in the league. And there are even some people who defended Kennedy Carter's body check of Caitlin. There are people who are constantly talking about the physicality and Caitlin's some weak little girl and this, that, and the other thing. And so she fouls someone to keep them from scoring. Angel throws a fit, which really set this whole thing off because Angel Reese was frustrated and Caitlin's in her head and she blows a gasket, which sets this whole thing off. But I want to take you back to last year, Angel Reese's rookie season, when Alyssa Thomas, whom I personally find to be extremely dangerous. I always say that, whether it's the WNBA or Unrivaled, nonetheless, Alyssa Thomas has something for Angel Reese last year. Let's take a look at that. It was also May. It was 2024. Okay, I had to come back here and do a little bit more editing because I tried to upload it and YouTube gave me the copyright warning thingy, whatever you want to call it. So I can't show you or let you listen to the time when Alyssa Thomas clotheslined Angel Reese. So I just have this picture here with her hand on her neck. She drops her to the ground. Angel hits her head and didn't get up for a little bit. And then also when she got up, she was holding her back. But again, can't show it to you, but the links, as always, will be in the description of this video. And then you can go ahead and check that out. But I still have a little bit of myself talking about it, even though you can't see it and you have to go to the link to see it. And also keep in mind that Alyssa Thomas was ejected from this game after she did this clothesline throwdown of Angel Reese. So you hear the crowd booing there. Alyssa Thomas, after she clotheslined Angel Reese, and that was a hard hit on the floor. That was horrible, extremely dangerous. If ever there was a time to jump up and go at someone, it would be a situation like that. Not saying that anybody should be doing that, but Angel did it. Tried to go after Caitlin Clark, even went on the sideline, pulled her shirt out. They got to hold her back. Had to be restrained. But if ever there was a time when you felt like somebody was doing you dirty and you wanted to get at them, it would have been Alyssa Thomas, right? That wasn't happening. And we know why. That was not happening. Are we going to compare that, what we saw from Alyssa Thomas, to what Caitlin Clark did when she was trying to keep her from getting a clear layup? Now, I got to take you, because you won't believe this. I got to take you to the post-game interview after Alyssa Thomas did that to Angel Reese and got thrown out of the game. Angel Reese comes to the press conference. I did a video on this about a year ago now. She comes to the press conference with Coach Teresa Weatherspoon, and this is what she has to say about it.
It's not just because I'm a rookie, I'm a player. I'm a basketball player. They don't give a damn if I'm a rookie. I mean, I want them to come at me every day. I want them to come at everybody. I mean, they're not supposed to be nice to me. I hope y'all know that. They're not supposed to be nice to me or lay down because I'm Angel Reese or because I'm a rookie. Like, thank you, AT, for sending the message to me because I got back up and I kept going and kept pushing. Like, me and AT have been cool since we were in Maryland, so I know it's not no hard feelings, and I appreciate her for going at me every day. What's today?
Thank you, AT. I appreciate that. Thank you for grabbing me around the neck, slamming me on the floor where I had to hold my back when I got up, where my head was banged against the floor. But thank you so much, because I got back up. That's the way it is. They're not supposed to treat me different. I'm a basketball player. Thank you. And I did a video then and I said absolutely the wrong thing to say. I know you want to come off like the dog. Everybody was talking about I'm a dog and all this stuff. No, Angel, that was the wrong thing to say. It is what she did to her was not appropriate. There's no thank you for that. I know you want to be all in with the physicality and all that. That right there is not what we saw from Caitlin Clark. What Caitlin Clark did is what every real basketball player does. You grab them up, you try to grab their arms, you try to keep them from taking the shot at all. But if they manage to be able to get a shot off, you want to make sure that there's no and one, as Stephanie White said yesterday. That's basic basketball. There's nothing dirty about it. Just because Angel hit the floor doesn't make it dirty on Caitlin Clark's part, and it doesn't make you have to get up and go after her, just like Natasha Howard didn't go after Angel Reese, because Angel Reese certainly pushed her. I'm trying to figure out why Angel Reese blew a gasket there, but when Alyssa Thomas grabbed her by the neck and slammed her down, why it was like, thank you, I appreciate it, I expect you to do it, thank you for going after me, don't treat me special, and all this stuff. Now, she did go to the press conference yesterday and she said, basketball play, refs got it right, move on. So she had an attitude about it, but she also got spanked by 35 points. But she had attitude and she said, basketball play. Well, what Alyssa Thomas did was certainly not a basketball play, that's for sure. What Caitlin Clark did was a basketball play, and therefore the refs got it wrong, not right. But I'm just trying to figure out where all that fire is and all that passion for thank you. And we notice what she said. Oh, we go back to Maryland. And Angel loves to say that. Oh, Caitlin Clark, we don't have a problem. We've been battling like this for years. I have no problem and this and that. And you go after her like that out of your frustration, but also it revealed that there's some things concerning Caitlin Clark that's got you. So here's the thing. I'm waiting for Angel Reese to issue the same kind of statement that she said at that press conference about Alyssa Thomas. I'm waiting for the statement that says, I'm a basketball player. I don't want you to go easy on me. I don't expect people to go easy on me. I expect them to play me like a professional basketball player. I'm waiting for that statement. With all the noise on social media, and we know Angel is on social media. Now, I don't follow her, so I don't know if she posted anything or whatever, but surely she's on social media. And everybody is jabbing, and racist stuff against the Indiana Fever and horrible accusations, and the WNBA stepping in and doing their accusations. Where is Angel Reese's statement? Hold that up. This is basketball. I overreacted. And hey, I'm going to get up and keep on pushing. No, not trying to push Caitlin, but I'm going to keep on pushing like an athlete. I can hear it now. Well, it's not Angel's responsibility to police her fans and all the things that are being said out there about Caitlin Clark, all the horrible racist things being thrown at the Black players from Black fans of Angel Reese. It's not her responsibility. Well, all I know is that somehow it was Caitlin's responsibility to talk about all the things the trolls were saying out there. So can we just get one set of rules so we can all know what's expected? I am not about dirty play. What Alyssa Thomas did, I called it out. Angel Reese was thanking her for it. I was calling it out and speaking on her behalf. That's what I was doing, because it deserved it. What Caitlin Clark did as a fouling somebody so they don't get a layup, no. And some people say, okay, if you look at the different angle, there was a slight push. There was nothing malicious. So Caitlin sees her push Natasha Howard. She sees that and she does signal for the refs, and then she turns and she jumps because she realized, okay, I can't be talking to the refs. This is what we've been saying. You can't talk to the refs. You got to be in the play. As I see it, she does motion to the refs because that should have been a foul call on Angel. And then she sees Angel, and so she goes over and then she grabs her and she pulls her arm back. Now, if this hand was on her and went that way, I mean, if you want to call that a push, call that a push. But I'm maintaining there was nothing dirty or malicious about what happened. It was a basketball play, which Angel Reese did say, but where was that same fire? Like, cut it out, cut the noise out. I'm waiting for that statement. Instead, we've got the WNBA, I guess, listening to audio tape, trying to hear somebody make a monkey sound. Sometimes the human beings are the ones monkeying around with nonsense. And I'm telling you what, if this Indiana Fever balls out, like, of course, the fans hope they do, it could be a whole lot of this mess. I would love for Angel at least to step in and have that same kind of fire that we saw last year, because she's the dog. She's a professional basketball player. So tell your people to chill out with all the racist nonsense. For real. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.